Ever wonder what it feels like to be chased by a wolf pack? You could just ask Sotheby's. In 2013, the prestigious art and real estate brokers faced a number of shareholder activists who had banded together to take control of Sotheby's. Led by the hedge fund Third Point, they wanted Sotheby's then CEO and chairman, William F. Ruprecht, to step down. They also pressed for board seat representation. Sotheby's responded with a poison pill that imposed a 10% threshold on the stake any one shareholder could take in the company. They hoped it would limit any activist from gaining an effective veto over corporate decisions. But the wolf pack, as these clustered activists are known, was able to accumulate a 19% stake in Sotheby's, and they did it without any single activist crossing the 10% barrier. That presence forced Sotheby's to install 3 new directors on its board, including Daniel S. Loeb, the outspoken CEO of Third Point. Though it's not surprising that shareholders are banding together to go after firms, the fact is that we still don't really understand the phenomenon of clustered activism. In this study, we examine why activists cluster together. We also look at whether their strategies generate real value for shareholders, or whether it's a case of simply enriching the activists. We find that clustered activists tend to target larger firms. That's where activism campaigns are costlier, and that's consistent with cost-sharing motives for clustered activism. We also find that US-based activists are more likely to cluster together than their international counterparts, as are activists in close geographic proximity. The result is consistent with our prediction, that activists cluster to reduce the costs associated with activism campaigns. We also find that clustered activists produce higher profits and abnormal returns at the target firm. These results suggest that lead and follower activists are successfully working towards the common goal. They want to improve a firm's value, and that's consistent with clustered activism addressing principal agency costs at the target firm. These findings contribute to a better understanding of the role of shareholder activism in corporate governance. Our study provides some of the first theoretical and empirical evidence on the clustered activism phenomenon. We contribute to the understanding of the role of shareholder activism by considering their effect on principal agency and principal-principal problems. Our results also contribute to the literature that examines factors relating to the success of shareholder activism. It documents the effect of clustered activism on activism costs and target firm performance. This adds to the debate among practitioners and regulators on the merits, or lack thereof, of clustered activism. Our findings suggest that a regulatory approach that encourages clustered activism can benefit shareholders. Read the entire article, Clustered Shareholder Activism, in Corporate Governance, an International Review. Direct any questions or comments to Paul Calluzzo by email at paul.calluzzo@queensu.ca.